Look at me. What's the deal? What's a worm gotta do?
Hermie's battle is a lifelong battle. We adults struggle, with comparing ourselves to others, and then we get mad at God because we're not as good as somebody else, and hence the dialogue between Hermie and his maker. And Hermie makes the discovery that not all adults do, and that is if we're patient, if we trust, if we enjoy life, if we just let God do what he's going to do, he's going to show us what we're here for.
In any animation, whether it's 2D or 3D, it's all started with a storyboard. The script is broken down into pieces, problem solved, where you're placing the camera, all your characters, and we've created walls and walls of storyboards to try to work out the story. Sometimes it's necessary to bring in actual real objects, since we are working with nature here, and use those as guides to create these. Of course, you couldn't create a real caterpillar. We had illustrators working on the characters to develop them. We start with 2D illustrations and then work our way into 3D. We were very happy the way Hermy turned out, as well as all the other characters. When modeling these characters, we really had to think about how they were built, how their movements were going to be, to make sure that they could do what was outlined by the storyboard. Once modeled, we then added textures and a skeleton for animation. Each character is animated in low res, and then all the low res elements converted to high res before they're rendered. You can see here that it's converted, and then we'll render. Each character has a skeleton, a wireframe, and a shaded view. On the shaded view, we'll add the textures. These are the characters we call on a turntable, and we get to see a 360-degree basically turn of every part of this character in their neutral pose. From here, we'll take the characters and start animating.
You don't understand, there's a huge camera in my face.
I can fire this button right now.
La 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 la. Gee, guys, thank you. But I'm already taken.
You see this big wall. This is
see,
the middle of all the water hitting you, and then you see this wall of water coming towards you.
So he reacts that it's coming first.
Yes, first.
Okay.
Ready? Release! It's working! It's not working! Oh.
It was a fun script. I enjoyed reading it, and I really looked forward to doing it. It was kind of interesting to see the humor that they wrote into a caterpillar becoming a butterfly.
I love anything that deals with children. I really do. Again, I go back to my granddaughter. My children, I have 6 children, 7 with a stepchild. And they were occupied almost every minute of the day with some nonsensical, crazy thing that I would come up with. Either paint the garage, or do this, or make this, or we'll put a wire over the pool and everybody will slide across it and jump in at the end. I mean, it was always some kind of activity. So I love children. I love their imagination. I love the fact that you can get somebody that is only 3 years old that begins to talk like a real adult. It's just insane to watch these little people grow up. But I love children's imagination. I love anything that deals with children's imagination, so there's no problem in what my selecting to do this. It was a wonderful, wonderful project. I'm proud to be part of it.
God, why can't we be strong, like the ant? We want to do what he does, and not be weaklings.
Don't worry, Hermy and Wormy. I'm not finished with you yet. I'm giving you a heart just like mine.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the heart. Yeah. Oh, boy.
That would be nice, to have a house like that everywhere you went.
Oh, it sure would. Thanks, Nail, for the great idea.
Whatever I can do, man. Iced tea?
No thanks. We have work to do. Come on.
Oh boy, here we go again.
God. Hi, Hermy again. Can I ask you something?
Sure, Hermy.
Why did you give the snail such a neat mobile home? I mean, we live outside hanging off leaves. We want to be like him.
So everybody's different. Everybody's made different. God made us all completely different. And to embrace our differences instead of trying to be like everybody else.
So this book has a kind of an underlying theological truth, and that is that God changes us day by day to be more and more just like Christ.
Now, Tommy Nelson is all about children, and that's what we've been from the day we were born as a company, about impacting kids' lives and about letting children know that they are special and that God made them, and God made them who they are, and they are unique, but He's not finished with them yet. And just portraying the message of God and of Christ to kids. The story of Hermy does that in such a beautiful way. It's a story of a caterpillar who ultimately becomes a butterfly. But more important, Hermy realizes before he makes the transformation of the butterfly that God made him and he is special because of who he is, not because of what he is. And so he has that transformation on the inside before he has a transformation on the outside. And that really is, that's what we want to portray to children. That's kind of what Tommy Nelson's all about.
Hermy,
Look at me.
a common caterpillar.
What's the deal?
A brand new book and video by Max Lucado.
That tree, tree. Oh no! Hey, what? Whoa! Where are the brakes on this thing? Whoa! Oh, don't worry. It'll be fine.
Featuring the
When I
voice
say go,
talents of
you
Tim
release
Conway
mine.
as Hermy.
Drop that beehive on my back.
And
Then I'll
sidekick
take it with me
Wormy,
wherever
voiced
I
by
go.
Don Knotts.
I don't know about this, but okay.
In brilliant, colorful 3D animation, it's a wonderful story for the entire family.
All I want to be is and maybe fly among the trees. And
Another
all I
Just
want
Like
to
Jesus story.
be is just like you.